Okay, this is a video for a 2006 BMW E90 with the 6-speed manual transmission, and we are troubleshooting a no start condition. There's a couple things that I learned about real quick that are quick checks that you can do. Basically, let's turn this around. There's a clutch switch down here. You can see those wires coming out of this right up there, and number 3 and 4, if you were to take that harness off, it is actually marked 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 4 is the 12-volt switch that makes up magnetically in that little harness for your clutch pedal. So when you push your clutch all the way to the floor, then it makes that up. But anyway, I was going to show here how to test if you're getting voltage to your starter. There's a couple things I bought today. This is the most valuable tool so far. It's a 14-inch set of pliers that you can get, and you can basically get down in here onto this harness that goes into your starter and pull that connection off. And what you do then is you put your positive terminal for your voltmeter on or inside of this after it's been disconnected, because we're just going to test to see if it's getting voltage to it. And then you can ground the other side to engine ground, or what I did, I just went to this top post because it goes through metal here. It's not the best place. You could go down here if you want a really good ground, the main engine ground here on the side. I saw some things about this too possibly going bad, which could cause a no start condition. This was replaced a little while ago though, so pretty confident that's good. I'm gonna have my assistant go in there and push the clutch pedal all the way in. So we're going to test to make sure that it's getting voltage to this point right here. And if it is, then we know that our starter's bad because it won't start. Go ahead and get in there, Mr. Jacob. Push the clutch pedal all the way in and then push the start button. And we're going to watch for voltage change here. Is the clutch pedal all the way in? Okay. Now push the start button. We have 12 volts that's making it to this harness right here, which goes basically to the solenoid of your starter. And that tells me that because it won't start after it sends voltage through this harness to the starter, that the starter is actually bad. So we verified that all the circuitry from the clutch pedal, also through the CAS relay. There's a CAS relay over on this side that can be checked too, that sends voltage to that harness, to the starter, and it's in the dash. Let's see if I can get a good view on it. Right over, let me make sure this is the right one. I believe it's this one right up here. That is the CAS relay. It's about a $9 to $11 part, and you can actually put your finger on it when somebody's pushing the start button. Go ahead and do that, and you can feel it make up if it's good. Yeah, and I can feel it. I can feel it click. Do it again. And you'll feel it click. It'll feel like a tap on the side of the plastic. You can also take it out. There's an advanced way of testing it with like a 9-volt battery if you know what you're doing. And you can just use a 9-volt battery across 2 terminals, and you can hear it click too. Out of circuit, when you pull it out of there. And then we also did some research, and we found out that one of these, I think it's this one right here. This little 5-amp fuse, you have to check your little cards that come with your BMW it tells you kind of what does what, and do a little bit of research possibly. But there's also a little 5-amp fuse, and I believe it's this one right here. It was fourth from the, or maybe it's the top there. It's one of these rows right here. We tested it though to make sure that it was good also. This right here, this 30-amp fuse, is also 30-amp fuse to your starter. So a couple things that you check when you have a no start condition: right there, that one right there, and then right here. And if you verify that all three of those are good, then you move on to this test that I did today with the starter. And so since we're getting voltage, I'll just restate here. Since we're getting voltage to this terminal, that actually verifies that all of those things in the fuse box are good. So you can kind of just bypass all that and check your starter right here and know for sure that everything else is good if you're getting voltage to this and it does not start and the starter doesn't try to turn over. So thanks for watching. Hope you have success in your repair. I know owning a BMW has been kind of a headache for me, but it's mainly just because it's hard to find the information for these things. They're not really that hard to work on. I'm gonna have to take this this whole intake off next to get down to the starter. I've done it before, and actually I was surprised it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of really good help videos out there though, and one of the steps that you have to take and able to get to that is to remove this whole panel first, and there's videos on that, so I won't post a video on that. Probably you can find it on the internet. But good luck, and hopefully you can get your problem solved too.